right, man, let's talk about Isaiah Stewart and Gilbert Arenas. I was gonna cue this one up for Memorial's Day or Labor Day, but I was like, we'll wait till Tuesday. So it is Labor Day right now, though, but it'll be going up Tuesday. It's about to be another hot one out here in these streets. I told myself, I was like, all right, I'm gonna stay in the house all tomorrow when I get back in the house. Shit, I still went out. I go back to work on Tuesday, so you know I gotta get in the house early tonight. But yeah, let's talk about somebody. Is that a dog? A little skinny dog. Somebody dog. But yeah, man. So Gilbert Arenas, I seen on his YouTube channel, No Chill Gil. He told a story about how Isaiah Stewart pulled up on him, and he said Isaiah Stewart just took the message wrong. Because he basically was telling him that you can't touch the king and guys like Kevin Durant when he was trying to fight LeBron James and shit, and that you can't touch them or whatever, and that you're supposed to act like you want to fight but don't really want to fight. And Isaiah Stewart read the message wrong, and he says that we said something about you're supposed to wait till your teammates get there then act like you want to fight. That's how it goes. I think Isaiah Stewart interpreted the wrong way, and he pulled up on Gilbert Arenas and said, "Yeah, my teammates ain't here right now. So what's up now?" And Gilbert Arenas did what guys who outgunned do, who got some street smarts. They try to finesse their way out of the situation. Because these young niggas be on perks. I ain't saying that Isaiah Stewart is a drug addict, whatever. These niggas be on perks. They be on this weed is mutated and sprayed with pesticides and all. So you don't know what tip these young dudes be on. You don't know what they capable of, for one. So when somebody roll up on you like that, and he was like, well, I ain't had my blick on me neither. So you just try to diffuse the situation, and that's why I tell people all the time that your kids gotta have street smarts. You gotta put your kids in the streets. Because that, being in the streets teach you how to read a room and teach you how to read a situation and teach you how to get out the situation without having to, with minimum, physical contact. And, that's what you learn, like going to the club. Everybody know you don't leave a club when the club let out. That's common sense. We all know how to, for the most part, all us older dudes, we already know. The club letting out at 2, if you in Atlanta it's at 4 or whatever. You know what, man, let's say 2, because that's the Detroit time. I think they were supposed to extend it. We really leaving there bare minimum at 1. So with whoever we leaving the club with, or whatever plans we got to go to the casino, grab something to eat or whatever, or whatever the situation may be, we probably leave about 12:31. Grab whatever chick y'all we rolling with back to the crib or whatever, and that's what it is. Ain't nobody leaving the club at 1:45, 2 a.m. 1,000 ninjas leaving the club at once. That's a recipe for disaster. So Gilbert Arenas got street smarts because he diffused the situation and got out of there. He was saying how Isaiah Stewart was much bigger than he thought he was and he was on TV. He's a big dude. Maybe not as tall as, we would like him to be, but he's a big dude. But I gained a ton of respect. I always had respect for him. I just don't like him, the contract that he got. Just like I told y'all, I didn't like the contract Marvin Bagley got. And I look right now on that tip, and I stood on what I said. I always stand on what I said. I just don't see him having a future in Detroit. I don't see him being a major part of what we doing in Detroit as a stretch forward. And maybe I'm wrong. At 22, 23 years old, I definitely could be wrong. And I hope I'm wrong. I want to see him be successful. But I gained a lot of respect for him pulling up on Gilbert Arenas' ass and checking his ass, even if he misinterpreted what he said, because it's hard. Sometimes you read a text messages, you take it the wrong way, and then now it's a whole beef because you took the text message the wrong way, you read it the wrong, but it wasn't text like that. They ain't the way they sent it or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, man, it's hard having them uncomfortable conversations, but they need to be had. You know what I'm saying? So, but I gained a lot of respect for him, dude, pulling up on him. And then he told the story, and then Isaiah Stewart reacted to it on social media and all that. But Yeah, he stood on his business, and I see why the Pistons like him and all that type of stuff, and you know, because he got that attitude of a Piston. He got the attitude of a Piston or whatever. But yeah, man, you know, as a man, and that's what street smarts teach you. As a man, you gotta get your respect. You gotta demand your respect, and if you don't demand your respect, they gonna walk all over you, dog. So when somebody disrespect you and play with you and you let it slide, that's why you see in the mobsters and the drug dealer movies, they clip their wings. Because if I don't clip your wings, I let you slide and everybody else got to slide. You feel what I'm saying? So that's something that, you know, when somebody punk you in the hood, you know, somebody else going to punk you. Somebody going to keep punking you, and then the word going to get out, you a punk. You a punk. So, but yeah, you know, that's what you gotta, sometimes you gotta make your presence felt. Don't do all that rah-rah on the internet going back and forth. I'm telling you, the results gonna be 1,000% different when you pull up to somebody and you feel their energy. I'm telling you. It happen all the time. You know what I mean? Niggas talk shit in the comment sections between my YouTube channels, and then they probably see me in person, and it's a different feel. Like, yeah. Energy that I get off ain't no sucking energy, bro. I don't like, you know what I'm saying? And I move by myself, so I don't need a group of ninjas, you know what I'm saying? I move like, you know, you see me out and about. If I'm not with a young lady, I'm by myself. And rarely you might see me with some of my homies, but that's rare because we all busy. Because we all busy. I know somebody said, well, I thought you were shorter than that. You wasn't that big. I'm like, yeah, like, well, yeah, you know. So Isaiah Stewart, man, I got a lot of respect for him for doing that. I got a lot of respect for him standing on business on Gilbert Arenas' ass like that. Because when you run your mouth like Gilbert Arenas do, you got to be able to back it up. And then he like, well, I ain't had the blick on me neither. Yeah. And a lot of y'all that street think y'all hard because you got that gun. Remember, before you pull that gun out, because you pull it, you got to use it. But before you pull that gun out and squeeze that trigger, always remember this: ain't no guns in jail. If you don't know how to fight when you get to jail, it's a wrap. Ain't no guns in jail. So don't forget it. But thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Check out the Detroit Piston Talk playlist. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google, or just Spotify and Anchor. Check out the Detroit Piston Talk playlist for more videos like this. But I respect Isaiah Stewart for running up on Dog and pulling up on him and seeing what's good. And y'all had that conversation. It was a misdialogue, or you took it the wrong way. It don't make you no bitch. Excuse my language, but that's the only way I can put it. It don't make you no bitch. Like, dog, I ain't meant it that way. Now if you like, hell no, nigga, you meant it that way, then okay, then we got a problem. Then you done escalated. You done got loud, and you done took it to a whole nother stratosphere. But appreciate y'all. Peace.